Imagine walking through a town frozen in time, abandoned buildings, dusty streets, and silence that echoes through empty homes. You can practically hear the wind whistling through broken windows, the only sound in a place that once bustled with life. For decades, these were America's ghost towns, left behind like forgotten chapters of history. But now, something strange is happening. These ghost towns, they're coming back to life. It's like someone hit rewind on history. We're talking towns once left for dead, now pulsating with energy. Renovated buildings gleam in the sun, cafes buzz with conversation, and tourists wander the streets, snapping photos of buildings that have seen more life than we can imagine. There's a new energy flowing through these forgotten places. It's electric. What's causing this resurrection? Who's moving in and why? Is it nostalgia, profit, or something deeper? Stick around because today on MRFACTNOVA, we're uncovering why America's ghost towns are suddenly coming back to life. This is going to blow your mind. First things first, we gotta answer the big question. What exactly is a ghost town? We're not talking about Casper and his friends here. A ghost town is a once bustling community that's been abandoned, totally deserted, due to some crazy event. Think economic collapse, a natural disaster wiping everything out, or even the end of a resource boom. Like, remember the gold rush? People flocked to those towns, but when the gold ran out, boom, ghost town. Now get this. America has over 3,800 documented ghost towns. We're talking from the deserts of Nevada to the mountains of Colorado, coast to coast. These ghost towns are everywhere. Each one has its own crazy story, its own reason for fading away. Some died overnight. Imagine a whole town packing up and leaving in a matter of hours. Others faded slowly over decades, like a memory you try to hold on to. But now, something is shifting. The ghosts are coming back to life. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're talking about the rise of a brand new phenomenon, ghost town tourism. That's right, people are flocking to these abandoned towns and it's turning into a massive trend. We're talking millions of visitors every year, all eager for a glimpse into the past. Why? Well, for starters, we've got the thrill seekers, the ones who love a good adrenaline rush. They're chasing haunted legends, exploring creepy abandoned buildings, and trying to catch a glimpse of something supernatural. Then there are the history buffs, the ones who get lost in the stories etched in these old towns. They're searching for clues about the past, piecing together the lives of the people who once called these places home. And let's not forget the photographers and Instagrammers. Ghost towns are like the ultimate backdrop for that perfect spooky photo shoot. They're drawn to the eerie beauty, the decay, and the stories whispered in the wind. Take Jerome, Arizona, for example. This place was once known as the wickedest town in the West, a hub for mining and, let's just say, some questionable characters. Now, it's a thriving tourist hotspot. We're talking art galleries, wineries, and ghost tours galore. People are flocking to experience its unique history and spooky vibes. And you know what tourism means? Money. And money? It brings life back to these forgotten places. Okay guys, buckle up because this next part is wild. You know who's really into ghost towns these days? Tech billionaires? Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking big-time Silicon Valley CEOs and entrepreneurs. The kind of people who could live anywhere in the world are buying up these ghost towns like they're going out of style. Take Utopia, California, for example. This ghost town was recently scooped up by an investor group for a whopping $1.4 million. And then there's Cerro Gordo, California, a former silver mining town which was bought by none other than YouTuber Brent Underwood. He's turning it into a tourist destination and a creative retreat. Imagine that, brainstorming your next big idea in a ghost town. These billionaires, they're not just buying ghost towns to let them sit there. They're rebuilding them, transforming them into their own private utopias. We're talking state-of-the-art technology, lightning-fast Wi-Fi, of course, drones buzzing overhead, and enough green energy to power a small city. They're creating these futuristic communities in the middle of nowhere, places where they can escape the hustle and bustle of city life and experiment with new ideas. These aren't just ghost towns anymore. They're like real-life laboratories for the future. Chapter 4. From Remote Work to Rural Revival. Then came 2020, and the world changed practically overnight. The pandemic hit, and suddenly, the way we lived, worked, and interacted, well, it all went topsy-turvy. Remember those early days of lockdown? Everyone was stuck at home baking bread and trying to figure out Zoom. But one of the biggest changes? Remote work. It went from being this rare perk to the new normal, practically overnight. And that, my friends, is when things got really interesting for ghost towns. See, with everyone suddenly working from home, people started realizing they didn't have to be stuck in cramped, overpriced apartments in crowded cities anymore. They could live. And where's a better place to escape the city than a wide-open ghost town? We're talking dirt-cheap land, tons of space, and a whole lot of peace and quiet. It was like the universe was saying, hey, remember those ghost towns? Now's the perfect time to move in. And that's exactly what people did. Abandoned homes that had been empty for decades were dusted off and turned into cozy Airbnbs. Empty schools were transformed into art centers and community hubs. It was like these ghost towns were just waiting for someone to breathe life back into them. And with the rise of remote work, they got their wish. Chapter 5. Ghost Town Real Estate. The new gold rush? Hold on to your hats because we're about to talk real estate, and trust me, this is way more exciting than it sounds. See, some of these ghost towns, they're sitting on a gold mine, literally. We're not talking about actual gold this time, though you never know. We're talking about real estate gold. Imagine this, you owning a piece of a town, your own little slice of history. And guess what? In some of these ghost towns, you can do that for less than the price of a new car. We're talking under $50,000 for a piece of property. That's insane. No wonder investor groups are like kids in a candy store. They're buying up entire towns, flipping them into vacation destinations, yoga retreats, artist colonies, you name it, they're building it. And get this, in 2023 alone, 15 ghost towns were listed on real estate platforms. And some of them sold in under 24 hours. Talk about a hot market. Chapter 6, Lights, Camera, Ghost Town. Now let's talk about Hollywood because it turns out, Hollywood ghost towns. Think about it. Why spend millions building a fake western town on some backlot when you can just pack up your cameras and head to the real deal? Authenticity is king in filmmaking, and you can't get more authentic than a genuine ghost town. From classic spaghetti westerns to post-apocalyptic thrillers, these abandoned towns provide the perfect backdrop for all sorts of stories. And the best part? The ghost towns are cashing in. Some of these places are making more money now from film rentals than they ever did during their boom days. We're talking big-budget movies and TV shows filming on location, bringing jobs, tourism, and a whole lot of buzz to these once-forgotten places. It's a win-win. Hollywood gets its spooky, atmospheric set and the ghost towns get a new lease on life. Talk about a Hollywood ending. Chapter 7. Not so fast, the dark side of revival. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the good stuff, the excitement, the potential, but it's time to get real for a second, because reviving ghost towns isn't all sunshine and rainbows. There's a flip side to this story, and it's important to talk about the challenges and potential downsides. First off, we've got to address the elephant in the room. These towns are old, like old. We're talking crumbling buildings, outdated infrastructure. It's a logistical nightmare. Restoring these places takes serious time, money, and expertise. Then there's the issue of resources. Water, electricity, sewage systems. These things aren't always a given in ghost towns, and let's not forget about emergency services. You're out in the middle of nowhere, so if something happens, it's going to take a while for help to arrive. Not exactly ideal, right? But here's the big one, gentrification. As more people move into these ghost towns, prices go up. And that can push out the people who have been living in these rural communities for generations. It's a delicate balance, trying to breathe new life into these towns without erasing the people and history that make them unique. Chapter 8. The Future of Ghost Towns. So, what does the future hold for America's ghost towns? Are they destined to become the next Silicon Valley, overrun with tech moguls and their drones? Will they transform into tourist traps, overrun with selfie sticks and souvenir shops? Or will they fade back into obscurity, swallowed up by the desert once more? The truth is, no one knows for sure. But one thing's clear, America's ghost towns are no longer dead. They're reinventing themselves, chapter by chapter with each passing year. Some will become creative hubs, bursting with art and innovation. Others will transform into eco-resorts, attracting travelers seeking solitude and sustainability. And some might just remain silent, frozen in time, waiting for the next chapter in their story to unfold. But the very idea that life can return to a place that was once left for dead, that's powerful. It's a testament to human resilience, our ability to adapt, rebuild, and reimagine the future, even in the most unexpected of places. Outro, what will you discover? So, after all that, we gotta ask, would live in a ghost town? Could you handle the peace and quiet, the wide open spaces, the chance to be part of something totally new and different? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through Forgotten America, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button like your life depends on it, and ring the bell so you never miss a mind-blowing fact from MRFACTNOVA. Until next time, keep exploring the unexplored.